Welcome back, Truth Seeker. One of the top stories in the nation is the terrible flooding in Kentucky and neighboring states that's reportedly killed at least 11 people. The flood rains began Saturday, February 15th. That is the 46th day of the year. And, of course, in Gematria, flooding equates to 46. And the biblical story of the flood is in the Old Testament in Genesis, which in Catholic Bibles is made up of 46 books. And with regards to Catholic Bibles, it's a reminder that the first ever act of weather warfare was the Lynmouth flood on the Jesuit order's birthday, August 15th, 1952. Again, the Jesuits are the military order of the Catholic Church. In light of Kentucky getting swamped, if you're not aware, Kentucky has a major theme park. It's one of the biggest attractions for the state. A monument that is the recreation of Noah's Ark. There's a Christian theme park there to, relive the story of the Bible from Genesis, the biblical flooding where Noah heard the prophecy from God. And speaking of prophecy, this is where it gets sick. Notice how in Gematria, if you're new here, there are 4 base ciphers of the English language: the alphabetic order with numerology, the reverse alphabetic order with numerology. You might notice how Kentucky is 110 with the alphabetic order, whereas prophecy is 106. But if you run the alphabetic order in reverse, Kentucky is 106 and prophecy is 110. You might also notice how they both have the 29 connection. The 106 is the number that really stands out, though, because Kentucky's date of establishment is June 1st, and that means that the flooding began 106 days before Kentucky's upcoming birthday on June 1st. If I just misspoke, Kentucky's date of establishment is June 1st. So from February 15th, the day the flooding began, to the state's upcoming birthday or anniversary of establishment, again, 106 days. And notice also how prophecy does have the 52 connection. Remember, flood equals 52, earth equals 52, Enlil equals 52. Enlil is the Babylonian god of flooding and storms, and it goes with the first act of weather warfare being admitted to in 1952, again on August 15th. One other thing about the Jesuits, from the anniversary of JFK's weather control speech, which was given to the United Nations September 25th, 1961, from that anniversary to the flood rains beginning on Saturday, that was a span of 144 days. And remember, Jesuit order equals 144, as does the United States of America. And of course, that's a biblical number as well, the 144,000 chosen. And again, it just goes back to the first act of weather warfare being admitted to on the Jesuit order's birthday. So, again, we've been talking about this for a long time. Weather warfare, rainfall by the numbers that leads to devastating flooding. And again, why would they do this? Go back to what the Jesuit Klaus Schwab declared in 2020, the Great Reset, plans to change the world to stop carbon emissions. Again, they do these radical things. It makes life a lot more expensive for people, a lot less consumption. Again, there's a method to the madness. Pricing people out of living. A lot of people can't afford to, pay their own rent, so they have to have all kinds of people live in their household. Again, they want to condense consumerism, and maybe rightfully so, but what an evil way to go about it, by destroying people's property, setting places on fire, flooding them out, severe windstorms, et cetera, all the things going on, all this unprecedented weather all across the world that has drastically driven up insurance costs tremendously since Klaus Schwab made his remarks in June of 2020. That's when he said, you'll own nothing and be happy. And a lot of people who have been impacted by these storms, they now do own nothing. How many more places will it happen by 2030? Again, that's what he said. By 2030, you'll own nothing and be happy. It's hard to imagine that could happen to everybody, but it will happen to many more people until the world wakes up. Until next time, Truth Seeker.